Serving in the British Army is a dream for many young Nepalis. Securing an admission into the British Army promises a bright future for these teenagers. They spend their prime teenage years training for the Royal Gurkha Rifles, among the oldest regiment of the British Army. But the road was never so easy. While their elders are fighting for their ranks, their pay, pensions, and above all, respect.
Meet these young Nepalis. They come to this field every day, even before the world rises from its sleep. They lift heavy weights, run for miles pushing their body's physical limits. And once that is done, they sit for hours of maths and English classes. The reason? Admission into the British Defence Forces. They aim to be a part of the Royal Gurkha Regiment. Every year, the British Army holds a rigorous recruitment process. This year's process is set to begin in May, when thousands of teens will be tested based on their physical fitness and education. They will face grueling interviews that go up to 9 levels. The Gurkha Regiment is among the oldest regiments of the British Army. Its history dates back to more than 200 years. They had served the monarchy when it ruled over South Asia, and their valor was as such that Britain retained some of the Gurkha regiment under the crown, even after the empire left South Asia. For the young Nepalis, getting an entry to the British Army means a lot more than it meets our eye. They spend precious teenage years undergoing rigorous training. They sweat it out in the field when their friends are busy preparing for university. Serving a foreign army is a lucrative employment opportunity. It provides families with an unmatched social standing and a future better than the one at home.
For 4 months, I've been working here as a trainer. I've cleared my class 12. Since childhood, it has been my passion to join the Gurkha army. It has become a tradition in the family. Facilities and pay are better for a Gurkha soldier in a foreign army. I'm training for Singapore Police Force. Even with the disparity in British Army, the pay is better than Nepal army, and it doesn't make much difference.
Even with a history so grand, it was never a smooth sailing boat for the Nepali troops. Things are better for those joining the Royal Gurkha Regiment now. But for the veterans, they are fighting a battle in the late years of their lives. This time, their weapons of choice are court cases, sit-in protests, and even hunger strikes.
This Satyagraha Sangharsh, Satyagraha, so we've been struggling for our human right, our equality, and for our dignity. So we've been fighting for the last 32 years, but still it has not been solved.
Lieutenant or the captain in the white rank was excused from doing salute to the Gurkha Major. But Gurkha Majors were to salute to the British Majors also. I mean, this is inhuman kind of discrimination, racial discrimination, financial discrimination, and all kinds of discriminations, including a lot of exploitations was there.
It was a mere 15 years ago when the British government started providing equal pay and pension to Gurkhas. Those who were recruited after 1993 and retired after 2007 became eligible for an equal pension. But the troops whose service period ended before 2007 were deprived of their right. Along with the historic pay gap, the British have failed to recognize the sacrifice of Gurkhas during its wars. Currently, there are only 2,500 Nepali Gurkhas in the British Army. The number has been dwindling in the last few years.
British kept the death of those people who died in the Second World War and post-World War sacred. Not only of Nepalese Gurkhas, but also Indian soldiers. In the First World War, 86,000 Gurkhas had been killed in the war front, whereas British said only 6,000. These 86,000 have got nothing. They died, nothing has. So we have been talking about, you have to compensate those families.
Every year, only a few hundred spots open for Nepali teens. thousands give it their all to make it to the British Army, swearing by the motto, better to die than to be a coward.
With the recruitment process soon to begin here in Kathmandu for British Army, they arrive before dawn, lifting weights, running sprints, pushing their bodies beyond their capacity and hoping to join the army soon. But at the same time, we know that the older veteran Gurkhas, people have been part of the decades-old fight for equal pay and pension. Knowing this fact, these youngsters believe that till the time that they be part of the army, they will be treated equally and will be paid equal to the British Army. Saloni Murarka for WION World is One in Kathmandu, Nepal.